Hello， 大家好啊，我是毛毛。
Hello， 我是阿令。
今天的这个视频跟大家来聊一下意大利的养老。对于中国人来说，养老、医疗、教育的话，是我们最关心的三大话题。今天我们就来聊一下这三大话题之一的养老。我不太了解意大利的养老啊，所以我让我老公帮一下我。他作为意大利人的话比我了解一些，所以今天的这个视频的话会以采访的形式进行，我采访我老公关于意大利养老的一些事情。OK， 那采访现在开始。I will interview you.
Okay,
about the Italian pension retirements, about how do Italian people care for elderly.
Okay. Yeah, the country provide a universal retirement for everyone. That is proportion to the money you put inside the fund. So proportion of the salary you earned during your working life. But in any case, everyone is covered by a minimum pension, also if you never worked. You never paid for the contribution of the fund.
So everyone, the pension is covered to everyone.
The pension covers everyone.
But you think it's fair if people don't work didn't work before they can get pension?
Yes, it's fair.
Then you raise a lot of lazy people.
No, it's not true, because it's every time proportioned to the money you get inside the fund. So the incentivation to work in a good position and earn more and contributing more to the fund is very high, because more you earned during your working life, more you will earn when you will be retired. But in any case, everyone has to survive. So the country needs to provide for the living necessities, the minimum living necessity of everyone.
So if people don't work before, how much they can get?
About 600 euro each month now for 13 months each year.
Okay, it's not so minimal.
It's not so much, but you know, if you have a social apartment, so the apartment provided by the country, or your own apartment, you can survive.
Yeah.
You can survive. In some way you can survive.
Okay. Another question. Okay. If Italian people have the concept that I raise a child because I want my child to take care of me when I get old.
Actually, it's not anymore a necessity. Because I told you, everyone has a way to live, economically speaking. Before, yes, was a necessity for a family to have a lot of child, because first they could work and provide the necessities of the family. And then because without the safeness during the elderly ages, you know, everyone needed also to cover the necessities of the future. So where in a situation where you don't have a universal retirement or a retirement itself, not. So we started to have a retirement in Italy after the universal one 20 years ago, after the Second World War. So for the family of my grandfather, for example, was a necessity to have the children close to you, because after you stop to work, you needed at that time to have someone that took care about.
Your grandparents?
Yes.
But I remember...
Not my grandparents, my grandparents.
Okay, but how do your grandparents care for their elderly?
They cared about the elderly by themselves, and they also saved money. They gave money to the nephew, to the sons.
No one take care of them?
No, actually, my family was always close. My mother and my father too, with both of them.
But they still live alone, right? They
didn't
live with you.
Absolutely, never. They haven't. You know, they have. Everyone is having an apartment, and you want to stay there because instead no one is taking care of. So they wanted to stay in the apartment until the end.
Okay, so I remember your father's parents, it's your grandparents.
Of course.
One of them, how to say, hire a nurse, hire a nanny.
My grandmother, when she was sick, but only when she was sick. Because before she wanted not to have an help, also for cleaning, you know. She never wanted, like the mother of my mother. She never wanted.
Yeah, she is.
Now it's a necessity for her, and they also constrict her to have. So my grandmother was sick, and she needed a nurse, 24 hours. So she paid by herself, a nurse from Romania. Actually, this is also another point. When you have this kind of necessity, because you are invalid, 100% invalid, if you pass the exam of the medical commission and you get the 100% of invalidity, disability, you have an extra retirement. That is another 600 euro that is added to your retirement. So you can pay also for this kind of necessity.
Okay.
The nurses, the medical staff, and you don't pay the medicine at all.
So that means that everyone can get the minimum pension.
Everyone can get the
and it's
and every disabled can get also the disability pension that is added to the pension itself.
Okay. I remember you also told me that when one of the couple died, another one can get some percentage of their pension, right?
Before was like the totally. So until a certain amount of money. When my grandfather died, my grandmother had a pension, retirement, an amount of money, I don't remember. And got a very good pension at the end, my grandmother. Then she was also disabled, and she got a lot of work.
So like about how much?
More than 1,500, 600. That for a person of that ages, you know, without needings, because they needed not a mobile phone, they needed not a car, they needed not dresses, clothes.
Stay far away. Okay. Oh, she is a rich person.
Rich? No, she saved a lot of money. She provided for herself totally, without any help, economically speaking.
Okay. That's why she is 88 years old. She still live alone.
The mother of my mother, you're talking.
Yes.
She lives alone.
So if I think Papa and Mama will leave us when they get old.
My mother and my father will never leave the apartment where they live. They want not to live anywhere else. Just there. And without anyone that is boring them.
Okay, I understand. So
they will be very happy if we want to go to visit them.
Okay, understand. So is there some people go to nurse house, nurse room?
You can also nurse room. Elderly hospital. You can go there, and it's a kind of hospital for old people, where you have 24-hour medical assistants, nurses, clinics also.
It's difficult to go to this kind of nurse room.
It's not difficult. You have to have the money to go there. It's quite more expensive rather than to have a nurse, private nurse. I believe also that it's not so, you know, if you have the family that can also help you in some way, visit you, provide you the support you need, and you have a nurse in your apartment if you need. So I believe people are also more happy rather than to go in an hotel, because at the end you will live in a hospital with a private room, nurses, doctors. You are in a kind of hospital hotel. I will be not happy.
But they can live with a lot of old,
In general,
a lot of people, the way talk, play,
but,
maybe the way
my
happy.
grandfather had also friends. He was always with friends. My grandmother also, she had friends, you know. In some ways, a way to, you know what, is a way to get rid of them. Put them inside an hospital for the family that are not so close to the parents. Is a good way to get rid of them. So you have the pension, you can provide by yourself.
No, baby. I mean that if they go to the nurse room, they can be taken care of 24 hours, especially for the sick person. Because when you stay at home, it's difficult to get this kind of...
You can choose. You can choose to go there. If you want, you can go.
I just ask in Italian if a lot of people choose to go to the nurse room.
I believe that the major part of people choose to have a nurse, private nurse in the apartment. But there is also the possibility to go in this kind of hospital. And I don't know the percentage, but there are people that go.
So did you...
Not the majority.
Do you know someone go there? Go in your family or your relative?
Actually, in my family, I don't have no one in mind. I know people, but it's not so common, you know. So maybe the 10% of people choose to do that, also less. The major part of people has other. So the major part of people has not the necessity to have a nurse. So if you think about my grandmother, she's sick, but she's living at home alone without a nurse.
Okay, I understand. So normally people want to stay by themselves.
Yeah.
If they get sick, they would rather to hire a nurse.
Yes, or go to this kind of hospitals.
But it's not so normal.
Not so common. Not so common.
Okay, I understand.
You know, we were also lucky in some way because we had for a long time, and we have still now, the possibility to hire nurses from East Europe. So they talk Italian, because from Romania they talk Italian, from Albania they talk Italian, and they are cheap. They were cheap, so.
How much a month?
Oh, before they were very cheap.
How much?
Before there were maybe a salary of €600.
Now?
Now it's a bit more, 1,000 maybe. But it's still cheap, is the thing.
But baby, you just get maybe 1,000, 1,200 euro. You hire a person, spend 1,000 euro. You just live 200. How do you live with 200?
If you have your apartment, you don't pay the medicines. The medicine.
You need to buy food. You need to pay bill.
But you know, you save money maybe. So actually, also if you are disabled and you need a nurse, you have also the extra pension. So it's an evaluation that you need to do. But so now it's more expensive than before. If you want to have a very cheap nurse, you have to hire now an African. But anyway, now it's good.
Baby, from Philippines, good.
But yes, also. But anyway, the problem is the language. Anyway, now the salary is fixed. So there is a minimum salary, and you have to pay also the contribution. Before instead was more black, more black matter.
Okay, I understand.
Yes, also this is a point. When you need a nurse, if you have this necessity, you will deduct to the taxes you need to pay. So yes, you earn only 1,200, maybe, not? I pay 1,000 to the nurse. I don't pay taxes. I will have 200 euro for living. Maybe if I have saving, I can support myself without asking nothing. Instead, with a little help of the sons, daughters.
Okay, I understand.
So the life is easy here because it's not equal.
It's just easy for wealthy people.
No, it's not.
If you just every 1 month have just say 600 euro, how can you get a nurse? When you get sick, how can you hire a nurse? How can you go to the nurse room?
Yes,
you even don't have money to pay the food.
Okay. No, you have the money to pay the food with 600 euro. maybe you cannot hire a nurse. Yes, you can.
So not everyone. It's
okay,
easy.
but it's normal. It's normal. So more wealthy you are, more easy your life is. But it's normal. But anyone has the right to survive, and anyone has also the way to survive. So it's obvious that the system is not perfect. Okay, but we are enlarging now the matter. Huh? So we are talking about, if you want to watch the perfection, we need to see the North Europe, like Sweden, Norway. Huh?
See? Okay.
We are moving toward this objective, but we are moving
Slowly.
slowly. No, no, it's not. Because if you think we added this universal retirement only 20 years ago. Huh?
Okay, so I understand. Thank you for receiving my, taking my interview.
Yeah.
Accept my interview.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome.
Grazie.
You're welcome, my wife.
Okay.
Huh?
And
I was good. Was I good or not?
okay, I will ask my friends, my internet friends. Do you think my husband is good?
Of course.
Be so confident. OK， 那这个视频就到这吧，拜拜。
再见。
下次见。
再次见。
拜拜。